Oh, it's insane. There is so much. There is so much food. There is so many volunteers. There are 9 aid stations, 36 hours, $7,000 of wholesale food to make sure we feed every runner, making sure that we have good fats at the end of the race for the 100 to keep them going and get them to the finish, making sure my aid stations have fun so that they don't feel like they're running just a race, that they're just going through a check station. We want them to feel like they're at home, but not too comfy, because they will stick around, and then they will drop out of the race and just stay at the aid station.
My name's Jason Schlarb. I'm from Durango, Colorado. Been living there for about a year. Before that, traveling abroad. I've been running ultra marathons for 4 years now. I ran in college and switched over to trails, and have never gone back. Love running ultras, love running trails. The Run Rabbit Run's a real special race for me. It's my first 100-miler that I've ever attempted, and on that first attempt, halfway through, I made a wrong turn and ran an extra 6 or 7 miles, and when I was in second place, and it was a real heartbreaker. Came back the next year and won it, and then last year I volunteered at an aid station all night. So it's Run Rabbit Run is super special. Excited to be back here this year. Feeling good, had a good summer, did some races in Europe and New Zealand and in the US. There's always tons of competition, there's a lot of money. It's a beautiful time of year to run in Steamboat, and the course is good, it's beautiful, it's entertaining.
Hi, I'm Michelle Yates, and I am training out of Littleton, Colorado, and I am training for Steamboat Run Rabbit Run 100-miler. I first started running, especially ultra running, with a friend. We decided to do a bucket list thing and check off a 50-miler. I right away just fell in love with the sport and the people and just the camaraderie and the support that you had out there on the trail was nothing like I experienced in road racing. And I had a great year in 2013, and then I took a little bit of time off to have a baby, my baby Maya Jo, in 2014, and I'm back again. Unfortunately, I'm struggling a little bit with some health issues, but learning and educating myself and trying to find the balance there in order to continue my passion with trail racing.
My name is Timothy Olson, and I train out of Boulder, Colorado. Right now I feel in a really good mental spot, and training-wise it hasn't mirrored other years of intensity of training, but I've been doing this for a few years now that I really kind of have that that inner strength from doing this many times, and tomorrow I just kind of look forward to just not really judging myself or not worrying about how the competition's going to play out, but just relaxing and being at ease with myself and just being in the moment and present and just try to take care of my body, take care of my mind as best I can out on the trail, and after we get halfway through the race, kind of just see how it unfolds.
Josh Arthur. This is my 3rd year here at Run Rabbit. Past couple years have been great. I was 4th my first year. It was my second 100-miler, and then last year I was 2nd to Rob, And that was after a really kind of slow, bad year of just dealing with injuries and kind of a lot of ups and downs. But this year I've had a great season of training. Been racing a little bit more. I was actually not planning on running a 100-miler this year, but Run Rabbit just draws you in with the prize money and the fall race, and it's like the beginning of this time of year, and you just kind of get excited about running again. And but yeah, so this year I've had great training, and then the past, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks, I've actually been mostly cross training. Been dealing with a little tendonitis, and I finally decided this is the time to make sure it's feeling good. So like Jason did a couple years ago, which, according to him, it works really well. Hit the elliptical a bunch, rode my bike a little bit, and yeah, hoping for the best. Going into the same game plan as the previous couple years, is that's just the finish and run by heart rate and just kind of cruise along and enjoy it.
My name's Jared Hazen. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is my second time running the Run Rabbit Run 100. Last year I dropped out at mile 56. Was unprepared for the cold weather up high and wasn't able to finish. I started running in 7th grade cross country. My junior year of high school I started getting pretty into it, and that's when I started doing some trail running and ultras. And since then it's kind of just been a pretty good journey.
I'm Nikki Kimball, and I train and live in Bozeman, Montana. I just love coming here because Fred is just such a great race director, and it's just, this race is all about the runners, and I just love that. And so, second year I did it, went well. I was second place, and I won it last year. So, it's just been a fantastic experience.
This year's Run Rabbit Run 2015, it for me personally went completely unexpected. The competition pushed the pace, particularly Jared Hazen.
And we were going back and forth, kind of switching the lead for a while, and things were going good. I was feeling good, kind of liking my chances.
Ran with him quite a bit, almost 30 miles with him, and we pushed each other, yo-yoing back and forth, and we were hitting pace to be under course record, which is 17:15, all the way through 70 miles.
And we got up to Long Lake, the top of Fish Creek Falls climb there, and he'd pulled away a little bit. And shortly after that, things had started going south for me. The descent from Summit Lake to Dry Lake really kind of did me in. My legs were just shot, kind of went big and blew up, but that's part of the game.
My name is Jacob Husey, and I'm from Flagstaff, Arizona, and this is my first 100-miler. This last year has been a rebuilding year. I wasn't even able to run. I wasn't even able to walk for about 3 months last year. That's unfortunate, but I made a goal not to DNF unless I feel like my health, my long-term health will be in jeopardy, and I felt like I needed to make that call. Live to fight another day.
So Nick Clark, I live in Fort Collins, Colorado. Train on my local trails around Horsetooth. It's my second year running Steamboat 100. I've run the 50 twice before, so my fourth time doing this event. And I had a good race for 70 miles this year, but unfortunately ended up quitting at Summit Lake, mile 82, with a really nasty stomach. A lot of sickness, puking on the side of the road there, and really moving very slowly, and it was getting cold and in a bad place. And I sat up there in the aid station, got warm, and by the time I had turned things around and kind of gotten warm again, I was kind of mentally out of it, and I took the Jeep ride off and back down the hill. So walked all the way up the hill and then took a Jeep all the way back down. And that was it. So kind of bummed, but it's still a great event.
My name's Emily Richards, and I train out of Reno, Nevada, and Lake Tahoe, California. Well, I was definitely very excited to do this race. I was racing with some exceptional ladies. I just wanted to keep my expectations low on myself, not put a ton of pressure, just let the day evolve, but also push myself, give it my best as always, and just try and listen to my body. But I definitely felt like I kind of pushed myself out there today, and it was definitely an exciting race with the ladies.
Hi, I'm Bob Shebest. I live in Sonoma County, California, and took it easy for the first 50, 60 miles, and was fortunate enough to get to run with some great runners, like Nick Clark, from Summit down to Spring Creek. What is it? Spring Creek? Yeah. And you know, pretty much tried to work really hard from mile 70 to the finish. Hardest part of the course, probably the last section where you spend a good portion of the race, 15 to 20 miles at elevation. So you're up at 10,000 feet and you have 80 miles in your legs, and it's hard to run because you have that cumulative fatigue and you're up high. And I could definitely, my head was getting a little loopy and I was hallucinating. I saw this big stick in a puddle and I thought it was a lizard, and I had to look at it a few times. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, we'll walk in front of the camera. Hey, we're gonna do an interview shot. Fred is like, he feels like $1 million.
He needs a beer, so we're going to get a beer. Thanks for everything, Fred. You got a great race.
Hey, thank you so much. Awesome.
Man.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to
That's okay.
Yeah. That broke through, but continuing, what was the hardest part of your race?
Yeah, the hardest part is just, keep pushing when it's, you're late, the last 20 miles. It's just willpower just to keep going.
My name is Andrew Skirka. I'm based out of Boulder, Colorado. And I actually I had very little expectations coming into this race. I haven't run a 100-miler since 2008. And I definitely put in a lot of training for this, but it was a really stacked field, and I didn't think I quite had the talent level or the ultra running experience to kind of compete with that.
I'm not really in shape for running medium grade kind of mountain running. I've been doing a lot of power hiking, but it was cold. It was tough. I was expecting somebody come from behind, so I was running in fear. And that big $12,000 check at the end of the finish line kept me really beating my body up. Ended up running like 7-minute flat pace all the way down the mountain.
So the theme of the race kind of started right around maybe like mile 20, where I was starting to catch up to individuals that had gone out pretty hard, and you could see people were just sort of imploding. And yeah, they were just falling apart.
The competition was really fierce, so I knew there was people behind, and there was, I had Jason Schlarb ahead, and you never know. He had a pretty good lead, but you never know what can happen, so you just have to keep pushing.
So many people dropped. So many people dropped today. It was a brutal day, but I'm happy that I was able to persist and get it done.
there. And I just kept telling myself, pain is temporary, pride's forever, so make it count. Because when I'm on the airplane tomorrow, I want to look back and be, you know, proud of the effort that I put in at the race. Because I've been looking forward to it for a long time.
Hug me, stop the car. And buckle.
Here we go. Good job, man. Congrats.
But you know, I would say it helped that I went out really conservatively. I was like pretty fresh and chipper for most of until kind of deep in the race. Obviously, you know, you're gonna go to the pain cave at some point, and that was kind of for me, you know, towards the latter end of the race. But it was really exciting to constantly be reeling people in and see those placements increase.
And my thoughts on the race are that it's incredible. It's an incredible place in a beautiful season, and you get to see the aspens changing. There's a lot of great competition. It's very well organized, and it's just an amazing race. So I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Down payment on a house.
We had a great time volunteering for everybody out there. We could not do what they do, so we did what we could for you guys.